Right, breaking news coming in. Iran's Armed Forces Chief of Staff Abdul Rahim Mossavi urged on Tuesday residents of the major Israeli cities of Haifa and Tel Aviv to evacuate, warning of imminent punitive attacks. Punitive operations will be carried out soon, Mossavi said in a video statement carried by state TV on the fifth day of the deadly confrontation triggered by Israeli air raid on Friday. Referring to Israel, Mossavi said that residents of the occupied territories, especially Tel Aviv and Haifa, are strongly urged to leave these areas for the sake of their lives. And Iran has ordered Tel Aviv-Haifa evacuation. That's the news coming at this point of time. Iran Chief of Staff has asked Israelis to leave cities in Israel. And more breaking news coming in. U.S. President Donald Trump is convening a meeting of his National Security Council. The meeting is being convened to discuss the Iran-Israel war. The meeting comes after Trump stepped up his rhetoric against Iran's supreme leader, sparking questions about possible U.S. military intervention. Reports claim Trump is seriously considering joining the war and launching a U.S. strike against Iran's nuclear facilities, especially its underground uranium enrichment facility in Fordo. Remember, Trump returned early from the G7 summit to focus on Iran. He told reporters on Air Force One overnight that he was not interested in a ceasefire, but a real end to the war and to Iran's nuclear program. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani is now joining us on the phone line. Susan, what's the latest that you can tell us with the U.S. President convening a meeting of his National Security Council at this point of time?
Right, as you said to the room with his national security advisors about Iran. The meeting was scheduled to begin at roughly 1 p.m. We are getting reports that the meeting has started, but it really comes just less than an hour after President Trump's social media post calling for Iran to surrender without conditions and saying that the country had lost control of its airspace. He used the word "we," but it wasn't immediately clear if that meant that the U.S. is taking a more active role in Israel's unfolding attacks on Iran or not. We don't have confirmation, although Politico here in the United States says that a U.S. official at the White House told its reporter that "we" does indeed mean the United States.
Right, Susan. Right, Susan, if you're still with us on the phone line, reports are also claiming that Trump is seriously mulling joining the war and launching a U.S. strike against Iran's nuclear facilities, especially its underground uranium enrichment facility in Fordo. And of course, this comes after Trump took to his Truth Social account and said that patience within the United States of America is now running thin.
Yeah, that's something, again, those are reports that we're hearing. We don't have confirmation on whether or not the United States has made that decision or not, but we do have confirmation that U.S. bomber jets and also other assets are quickly moving to the Middle East region. The latest confirmed reports we have is that the president and CENTCOM, they want options, and they want to present those options to President Trump, who's also the commander-in-chief, of course. Now, again, publicly, besides that post from President Trump, the U.S. has said it hasn't joined Israel's strike. He said he wants a real end, however, and not some kind of temporary ceasefire. So there is a lot of questions surrounding what the U.S. role is right now as we speak. But one thing is for sure, the messaging coming out of the White House, which has been consistent, is Iran can't have a nuclear weapon under any circumstance.
Right, Susan, thanks for getting us the latest at this point of time.